Hi guys, sorry for posting this rather off-kilter video. This is definitely not the type of content that I usually post on my channel, but I felt it was necessary, especially with what has transpired. I generally try to avoid like confrontation or conflict or drama of any kind, but I feel like I can't ignore this one. I really can't. So recently, a YouTuber by the name of Totally Not Mark got 150 of his videos taken down by Toei Animation. His videos and his channels generally cover anime covered by Toei, like Dragon Ball, One Piece, and plenty of other popular series. They are critical looks and reviews and discussions about the characters, the themings, the plot elements, all the important details that go into the creation of these grand epic stories. They're insightful, they're entertaining, and are superbly written. And every one of those videos is absolutely transformative in nature and abides by the clauses of fair use. And yet, this company, this huge, massive company, has decided that because he has used any reference material from their shows, they have every right to take down 150 of his videos. The videos that he's making too are not simple like he just talks into a mic. There's maybe a slight cuts and that's it, call it a day. No, those are videos that took many hours for each individual one, potentially over 100 hours per video with how much work is probably put into it. And I'm saying this as someone who has a relative amount of experience in video editing to be able to look at a video and go, yeah, holy shit. I imagine that took a lot of freaking effort to put together, and all of it gone. All of it freaking gone because the company decided that because they own that intellectual property, they have every right to take it down. And that's some fucking horseshit. It is. It's some horseshit and it needs to change because this is not like the first time something like this has happened. It isn't. This kind of shit happens all the time. I've seen a lot of people defend YouTube's copyright system and say like, oh, it's good, right? It gives us, our creators, some way of fighting back against these companies if necessary, to help recoup losses, to help get videos and things that were wrongfully taken down to put them back up. I disagree. I think the people who say that are people who have never actually had to go through and use the system. Because you know what? Companies love to fucking abuse it. They abuse the fuck out of it. And honestly, I feel Mark's pain because I have similarly, to a much lesser degree, but similarly had to deal with a similar instance with another Japanese animation company with my Hunter x Hunter videos. These videos cover me discussing, reacting, and criticizing, as well as dubbing over and having fun with each of the episodes of Hunter x Hunter. And I have had to stop continuing any more with that series because of the continued abuse and harassment from this Japanese company. And I'm going to just throw this out here, right? It does seem to be a general trend that it is generally the Japanese companies that seem to be the ones making these claims and taking down these videos. And I understand that a lot of this has to do with the fact that there is seemingly not an actual fair use clause in Japan. Under their own laws, they are basically free to do whatever they want with whatever content that even seemingly relates to their IP that is out there, which apparently also includes some of Mark's videos, which had absolutely no clips from any of their copyrighted shows. Oh, okay, right. Because apparently the transformative works mean absolutely nothing to these giant Japanese companies. I would say welcome to the 21st century, but this level of disregard and abuse and censorship easily predates even the 20th century. It's genuinely mind-boggling to see these companies literally take a shotgun, loaded shotgun, point it at their foot and pull the trigger, because that's what they're doing. That's quite literally what they're doing. Do you have any idea how many millions of dollars, that's right, millions of dollars that you have lost through doing this? And I don't even mean the fact that very likely you're going to get your new upcoming Dragon Ball movie boycotted because of this ridiculous action you decided to pull on someone who is such a massive, huge fan. I don't think I saw any of the videos of his that talked about your works that wasn't something insanely positive and didn't bring together a whole bunch of your own fans to talk about how much they love this source material. Do you have any idea how much money you're losing? Because all those people that would come and watch those videos very likely came there because of their love of this series. Or if they weren't already fans, they were going to become fans. They would have watched his videos and gone out and buying your full box DVD sets for all these TV shows, gone to one of your numerous streaming services and given you money that way. Maybe it would have gone and purchased a whole bunch of the manga that all these are based off of. All just money right back into your pocket. But instead, you're going to look at that and go, no, I don't like my fans talking about anything that we do here because all that's mine. It's mine and you shouldn't ever use it, ever. That's exactly what you're telling us, that we shouldn't talk about this. We shouldn't discuss it. We shouldn't see it. We shouldn't share it. And instead, take down a whole bunch of loving work just because you can. Just because you can. You feel like you can get away with it, right? Does it feel good? Does it feel really good to take away his life's work for that reason? Does it feel good when you do that? Just so effortlessly click a button and watch every one of his videos go into the ether? Because that's exactly what you're doing and stopping all over the goodwill afforded to you by this community that you seemingly only give a shit about when they're giving you money. And the reason why YouTube's system is so garbage is because despite their seeming attempts to try and make us more empowered in our ability to save our videos, in the end, all the power is still held by the copyright holder, by these giant companies that just love to waste our time and to stress us out because they know that's exactly what it does. They get 30 days to respond to your first counter, another 30 days to respond to your appeal, and then another 15 days to decide whether to take you to court or not. And these companies 100% know exactly what they're doing. I've had claims from these Japanese companies where they literally waited to the last possible second to deny my claim. And then another 30 days, waited to the last possible second, denied it again. I get a strike on my account, and then I got to appeal, and they never respond. That is literally what happens every time. You know what I would actually really like? What I'd really like to see in this system to just change it is if we just skip all the bullshit. Just skip it. Skip the stupid appeal process, skip the stupid counter horse shit, and just jump right to the meat of the situation. If you have a problem with my video, fucking sue me, all right? Do it. Fucking do it. Sue me. Why not, right? Clearly, you seem to think you have a decent reason for doing so, but let's be perfectly honest, right? You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna fucking sue them. You know how fucking stupid that would be. What a waste of money and time that would be even for you guys and your giant corporations. You know how fucking awful that would make you look? How much of a bully you'd end up coming across? God damn, could you imagine the news outlets is tearing into you guys, picking on a poor little YouTuber whose only crime was talking about his passion for your work. Of course you're not gonna sue them, but that doesn't mean you still can't sit there and waste their time. So I just have something to say for all these giant companies, all right, that feel like they can just bully these YouTubers, all right, out of their content for no reason. If you legitimately believe that you have an actual solid basis for any of these takedowns that you've issued onto these creators, then put your money where your mouth is and fucking take it to court if you truly believe that. If you truly believe that it's worth it. If you're not, though, then stop wasting our fucking time with these inane horseshit claims and stop abusing YouTube's archaic mess of a copyright system. I almost welcome a chance of actually seeing a lawsuit for one of these bogus claims that you put onto these creators. Because then maybe finally, we would actually have a legal precedent for why these claims are bullshit, have been bullshit, and will always be bullshit. And to YouTube, I get that you want to stay out of these things, that you have to be the third party, but maybe, just maybe for once, you actually take a stand for the creators that are actually here making you money and making your platform even viable to begin with. Grow some balls, YouTube. And know that the companies that are doing this are not doing it because they honestly give a shit about any kind of copyright. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing this to begin with. They'd realize how much of a fucking gold mine all of these creators are that cover their material. And also, to any of these companies that think they can abuse this system, assuming you ever actually did take it to court, just know that you would not be facing just a single YouTuber. Oh no. You would be fighting against the concerted effort of an entire group of people that want nothing more than to experience these works without the fear of a giant billion-dollar company shutting them down for absolutely no good reason. So keep that in mind next time you casually take down the life's work of somebody. And I'm sure as going to make sure that not a single cent of my money ever makes it into the pockets of these companies ever again. Get with the times, guys. It's not that difficult. Or get off your high horses and fucking sue us. Because that's where this inevitably is going to go if you truly believe you have a viable reason to do so. Which, let's be honest, we all know that you don't.